Hello and welcome back to another snapshot video. In today's snapshot we are taking a look at a load of new different cool features, so let's jump straight into things. Right, we have two new blocks added, and these two new blocks are the Honey Block and the Honeycomb Block. Now the Honeycomb Block is a decorative block only. It currently has no functions and it seems that it will just be this way. Now I'm going to be quiet and let's have a listen to the placing sound. As you can see, that is the placing sound. It's got this sort of sticky feel. And over here, this is the very interesting block, which is the Honey Block. This here is the Honey Block. It looks a little bit like a slime block. As we can see just over here, it's a little bit translucent. It's got this sort of blockier look in the middle. And it functions just as you'd expect it to. A bit like a slime block, but not the same. It has the same push limit as a regular slime block. So as we can see, that is a 12 push limit. If we add one block to both sides, we will see that neither of those fire. So they have the same push limit. Unfortunately, something people were wanting is them not to stick together. But they do. As we can see, those honey and slime blocks are sticking together, and I haven't found a way to make them not stick together. It seems that is built in, just like we've got another slime block. However, the Honey Block does have some different interesting features which we can take a look at. Let's take a look at this ladder. We're just going to jump onto that, and as you can see, we're going to fall down at a slow-ish speed. We're also going to do the same now on the Honey Block. Entities will stick to the size of Honey Blocks. If we take a look, we are going down a roughly the same speed as the ladders just there. Now, one thing I'd like to try, let's place down some Honey Blocks just in the ground just there. Now we're going to go into game mode survival, just like that. Game mode survival, just like that. We're going to fall down, and as you will see, we fall on there and it reduces the fall damage. This, however, does not remove it, and we don't bounce back. Now, the other thing we can find out is that when we are standing on the Honey Block, we can't jump up blocks, and this is what we saw in Minecon Live. If we jump up on this, we cannot jump up here, and if we're quite interested, let's see if we can actually jump up on a slab. Now, if we take a look, I'm guessing, yes, we can walk up onto a slab just like that, and yeah, we can just jump up onto it just like that. Another feature which has said it's been added, but I haven't seen it actually working, is mobs and animals don't exactly like walking over honey blocks. If we place some pigs here, I found out straight away, as you can see, they all straight away walk straight over this. And one of the first mobs I tried was a husk, and I found a little bug. If we take a look at the husks in the hand, the spawn egg is the white one, and we also got them with black heads, which is a rendering engine issue, but that's not too much worry. That will all get fixed. So another thing I'd like to take a look at is Iron Golems. Iron Golems have gone under a bit of an upgrade. So what we are going to do is we are going to smack this guy with our Sharpness 5 sword a couple of times, and you will see that it's got a new texture. When smacking, when we deal damage to this Iron Golem, he will begin to crack. And this is a really nice indication of how damaged your Iron Golems are. Now, you can now heal your Iron Golems, and to do this, we can use our Iron Ingot. If we right-click on this guy, we will see that we are healing up this Iron Golem just like that. And this takes a few times to heal, but as you can see, he's now fully healed, and there's a new sound effect. So we can break this guy the whole way down, and obviously he will just die. But now what I'd like to do is let's run the /data command, data get entity, and then we're going to choose the Iron Golem just there. And let's take a look, see if we can straight off see what the cracking level goes up to. Now, I'm trying to go quickly through. I haven't looked at this before, so my guess is there is something here which I can't see off the top of my head, but there will be some details in here which we can take a look at the different cracking levels of a golem. I guess, yeah, we smack him once more, he dies. There is a new command added to the game, and to use this command you must be in game mode spectator, so we are going to go into game mode spectator, just like that. And this new command, as you might have or might not have guessed, we're going to try and find an entity just like that. Let's look at these golems just there. We are going to do /spectate, which that's not the command. Spectate like that. We are going to choose the entity and then choose the player. Running that command will act as if you have left-clicked on the golem. So I can left-click on the golem just like that, and that is how you can usually spectate players. But this now allows you to do this via command. This will be very useful for map makers, being able to make the player look at specific things they want to. There have been loads and loads of new bug fixes. If we go and take a look at this, I'm going to give myself effect, give Rover, and I'm just going to give myself absorption. Let's let's do 200 seconds. And as we can see, a small bug fix is doing effects clear, now defaults at S. Usually it would give you an error message, which is a nice little change. There have been lots and lots of bug fixes and also accessibility improvements, which we'll take a look at just now. Heading into the menu just here, if we go to options and accessibility settings, we can take a look. There are two new options, sneak hold and sprint hold. If we change it sneak hold to toggle and we come back into the game, you will see that I have pressed sneak and there seems to be a bit of bugging with that, but as you can see, I've pressed sneak and look, I'm not holding shift at the moment, but as you can see, this is toggling it. So there is an able to toggle it, meaning you will no longer have to hold shift if you don't want to. Again, this also applies with, let's go to options, accessibility settings, and sprint hold. We can change that to toggle. I'm going to change my shift just there. If we head back here and I walk forward, press sprint, I am no longer holding sprint and we are still sprinting. So there have been some new accessibility changes to the game. There have been loads and loads of bug fixes, which I'll quickly jump over to the changelog just now. Let's do that. Right, there we go. As you can see, here we are at the changelog. Let's quickly look through the honey block. Walking and jumping is limited, as we've already taken a look at. If you stand on honey block that is pushed by a piston, you come along for the ride. So entities are sticking with honey blocks, as we've seen. Jumping onto the wall of a honey block makes you slide down slowly. Landing on a honey block reduces your fall damage somewhat. As we saw, we did take a little bit of damage. Honey block does not, is pulled by a piston. It takes blocks with it. And mobs and animals dislike walking on honey blocks. However, we have seen that in action, so it'll be interesting to see how that plays out. The honeycomb block, as we have seen, I don't really know what that meaning. Build your own honeycomb. As you can see, craft 2x2 honeycomb to get a honeycomb block. Purely decorative, so there will be no functionality to this block. We've looked through the accessibility settings, the spectate command. As you can see, that's the syntax for the command just there. And there have been multiple bug fixes, which I will quickly scroll through. There is also a link to this down in the description. So if you've enjoyed today's snapshot video and you're looking forward to the new honey blocks, leave a like. Thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.